Our final section in chapter 10 isn't much of a section at all. It's really just a quick insight into figuring out which hypothesis this test. Perhaps the most difficult aspect of testing hypotheses is determining which hypothesis test to conduct. To assist in this, we're going to use an okay. So what you want to ask is the first question is what parameter are you addressing? Is it the proportion? Is it the mean? Or is it the standard deviation? If it's the proportion, then we can make sure, of course, we're always going to make sure that the sample size is big enough and we have a normal distribution. And then we're going to use the z-score. And we can see this in section 10.2, the methods that we use there. If we're looking for the mean, and provided the sample is greater than 30, or the data comes from a population that's normally distributed, we use the student's t-distribution with n-1 degrees of freedom that we just saw in section 10.3. We didn't look at any of the standard deviations, so we're not going to really worry about this last one, but you use something called the chi-squared distribution. And again, we didn't cover this section, so you don't have to worry about the last one. So what we did in section 10.2 is for a generalized proportion, almost any proportion, but if you're specifically looking for the mean, then you're going to use what we did in example 10.3. And that's the end of this section, guys. This is probably going to be your favorite video I ever make, right? So you might want to make a copy of this from your textbook.